It's good to be alive and very inconvenient to be dead, especially if the federal government only thinks you're dead. Every week, hundreds of people are added to the Social Security Administration's list of dead Americans, even though they continue to walk the earth. It's a grave mistake affecting thousands of people. Like most drivers, Taryn Jerez of Tampa keeps her license and registration close at hand. But Taryn also carries written proof of her very existence.
I keep a copy of the paper from Social Security, the document stating that I am in fact alive.
Taryn first learned of her bureaucratic demise when she was turned down for financial aid at college. Then her first credit card application was rejected.
Unfortunately, the bank is unable to approve your request for the reasons noted below. And it says deceased.
Love you.
I love you too.
It even put a cloud over her wedding day.
And the whole time we're in the courthouse waiting to get the marriage license, I'm so nervous. Like, what if they say I'm still deceased? What if, because, you know, it's constantly an issue.
The problem is that Taryn turned up on the Social Security Administration's death master file, which flags dead Americans so their Social Security numbers can be retired. ABC Action News, along with Scripps Howard News Service, examined the last 3 years of the list and found nearly 32,000 living Americans listed as expired.
And it's very hard to prove you're alive, when paper says you're dead.
58-year-old Judy Rivers was turned down for financial aid and lost several job interviews after being erroneously offed by the feds. She also nearly ended up in jail during a shopping trip.
And when I used a debit card, unfortunately, the police were called and they took me to the police station because they thought it was an identity theft.
When the Social Security Administration began tracking Americans, dead and alive, in 1937, they assured the public there was an infinitesimal chance of error. But it's believed simple typing mistakes are to blame for people perishing on paper, some 1,200 new mistakes every month. Privacy experts are alarmed because the list contains personal information including names, birth dates, hometowns, and of course, Social Security numbers. And it's accessible to anyone.
This information should not be public. It puts all of these people at risk for identity theft and other forms of fraud.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Taryn believes Social Security confused her with her father, who died in 2007. But despite the hassles, she and her new husband can see the humor in her near-death experience.
We like to just kind of laugh at situations like that after some time has passed, and but
otherwise we'd just be frustrated for years.
Yeah.
Well, what should you do if Social Security has tried to shuffle you off this mortal coil? Contact your local Social Security office right away and get the correction in writing. The longer that bad information stays on the record, the more likely you are to have problems.